This video is on the First Look Part D 2022. The Medicare annual enrollment is right around the corner, or maybe it is here right now, depending on when you are watching this video. You could be wondering about, do I need Part D? Or maybe you're thinking, what about Medicare in my state? And what is the best Part D? Hi, I'm Duncan, and I give Medicare help for those new to Medicare and for those already on Medicare to make their best choices for Medicare Supplement, also called Medigap, Medicare Advantage, Part D prescription drug plans, and more. And all of my Medicare help is free. This video is going to go over the average Part D premium in 2022 and the other Medicare coverage phases. We will also hit on the Medicare coverage gap, also known as the Part D coverage gap or donut hole. I hope this video helps you find your best Part D. When you are searching for your best Part D plan, you will want to search terms like Medicare in my state and Medicare plans near me. There are usually about 30 different Medicare Part D plans in each state. This makes it extremely important to compare Medicare plans, as the cost for Medicare Part D can differ greatly by companies. And not all plans have to cover all prescriptions. You want to make sure you pick a plan that covers all of your prescriptions if possible. There are many different companies that provide Medicare Part D. They include, but are not limited to, Unitedhealthcare AARP Part D, Aetna Part D, Anthem Part D, Humana Part D, Humana Walmart Part D, Wellcare Part D, and others as well. Being independent agents, we are able to represent many different companies to help you find your best Part D. Let's get to the specific new average for the Part D premium. The new average Part D premium is going to be a little under $35 a month. And this all depends on the plan that you need. In years past, I've seen Part D premium range from under $10 a month to over $150 a month, depending on the Medicare Part D plan. Just because you get a plan with a higher premium doesn't mean you are getting a so-called better plan. You can pay a higher premium, and that doesn't mean your particular prescription will be covered by that plan. You will want to compare Medicare plans and the cost for Medicare Part D each year as all the plans change. Even the current Medicare Part D plan you have now will change. If you would like to use the best Medicare broker, I don't know if I am the best, but I like to think I'm amongst some of the best. There are a lot of great brokers out there, especially my competitors here on YouTube. And not only are they my competitors, I'm also proud to say many of them are also my friends. And any of us will be able to help you. If you'd like to contact me, again, I'm Duncan. It's easiest to call me toll free at 800-910-3382. After the Part D premium comes the 4 different phases of Part D plans. You already know about the different phases if you subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow my Facebook page. The first phase is called the deductible phase. In 2022, the deductible is $480. This is up from $445 a year ago. Again, if you follow the content I produce, you know that the deductible with many plans doesn't apply to certain tiers. I'll review tiers here in a second. Many plans don't apply the deductible to Tier 1 and Tier 2 prescriptions. Most plans have 5 tiers. I see some plans that have 6 tiers inside of Medicare Advantage, but most standalone Part D plans have 5 tiers. Tier 1 is for preferred generics, Tier 2 is for non-preferred generics, Tier 3 is for preferred brand name, Tier 4 is for non-preferred brand name, and Tier 5 is for specialty drugs. These are usually your injectable drugs. Another reason it is important to compare Medicare plans and the cost for Medicare Part D is different prescriptions with different companies can all be on different tiers. Just because your prescription is on Tier 1 with one company doesn't mean it will be on Tier 1 with another. If your Part D Medicare coverage doesn't have a deductible for Tier 1 and Tier 2 drugs, then these drugs will be covered immediately without the deductible and be covered in the second phase, the initial coverage level or ICL. If your plan doesn't have a Tier 1 or Tier 2 deductible exemption, Then all the prescriptions you take will be subject to the deductible before you move to the second phase called the ICL. You will need to pay the first $480 of your prescriptions, then you will move to the second phase ICL. Some companies don't even have a deductible at all, but if they do, the highest amount the deductible can be is $480 in 2022. Like I mentioned, the second phase is called the initial coverage level, or ICL. This is what most of us know as our copays. This is when we usually pay $0 to $15 for Tier 1 and Tier 2 generic prescriptions, about $30 to $95 for Tier 3 and 4 prescriptions, the brand name drugs, and most plans have a 33% copay for the Tier 5 specialty drugs. All of these dollar amounts I am giving are just approximate and vary between all of the companies, further emphasizing the need to compare Medicare plans and the cost for Medicare Part D. The next phase we will talk about is the coverage gap, also known as the donut hole. You enter the coverage gap when you and your insurance company have made combined payments for your prescriptions of $4,430 in 2022 during the deductible level and the initial coverage level. Your payments during the deductible level count towards this. Here's an example of how you reach the coverage gap when you are making copays during the initial coverage level. For the sake of ease, we will say you paid the full deductible amount of $480 before your insurance company paid anything. That leaves $3,950 for you and the insurance company to pay. If the cost of a prescription is $100 and the insurance company pays $90 and you make a $10 copay, the whole $100 comes off the remaining $3,950 in this case. So when you and the company pay a total of $4,430 for your various prescriptions, then you leave the initial coverage level and move to the coverage gap or donut hole. Once you are in the coverage gap phase, you'll pay no more than 25% of the cost for your plan's covered brand name prescription drugs. You'll pay this discounted rate if you buy your prescriptions at the pharmacy or order them through the mail. Some plans may offer you even lower costs in the coverage gap. The discount will come off of the price that your plan has set with the pharmacy for that specific drug. And for generic drugs, Medicare will pay 75% of the price for generic drugs during the coverage gap. You'll pay the remaining 25% of the price. The coverage for generic drugs works differently from the discount for brand name drugs. For generic drugs, only the amount you pay will count toward getting you out of the coverage gap. Although you'll pay no more than 25% of the price for the brand name drug, almost the full price of the drug will count as out-of-pocket costs to help you get out of the coverage gap phase. I'll explain the importance of out-of-pocket costs with the last phase called catastrophic coverage in a moment. But what you pay and what the manufacturer pays for the brand name drug, 95% of the cost of the drug, will count toward your out-of-pocket spending to get you through the coverage gap phase and into the fourth phase called catastrophic coverage. What happens is when you have paid a total of $7,050 out of pocket in 2020, you're out of the coverage gap. Once you get out of the coverage gap, you automatically enter catastrophic coverage. This is when the cost of your prescriptions will reduce dramatically. When you are in the fourth phase called the catastrophic phase, your cost for your prescriptions will be 5% of the cost of the drug, or $3.95 for generics and $9.85 for all other drugs, whichever cost is higher. Again, I'm Duncan. Thanks for watching my video, First Look Part D 2022. I hope it helped to show why you should compare Medicare plans and answer, do I need Part D? If you have a question about this or anything else, I am here for Medicare Help. I help to shop the cost for Medicare Part D, Medicare Explained, how does Medicare work, along with Medicare Supplement plans and much more. If you'd like my free Medicare Help or you are ready to enroll in a plan, it is easiest to contact me toll-free, 800-910-3382. If you found this video helpful, and it is likely you did if you made it all the way to the end, and thank you, please give this video a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and like my Facebook page as well. This way you're notified when I put out new videos and blogs. You can also ask me a question in the comment section and I will get back to you as soon as possible, or leave a comment about what you thought of the video, even if you disliked it. I can handle the criticism and it will help me make better videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you in my next video.